St. John Church in Stellarton, Nova Scotia. And even there, the news of the tragic death of Mary Beth sent ripples of pain through the community. And so they too join with you here in remembering and celebrating and honoring Mary Beth. Love your children a little bit more. Be friends with your friends a little bit better. Be friends with your enemies a little bit better. And know that the human spirit is absolutely astounding. Teilhard de Chardin wrote a long time ago, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience." And it seems to me then that in the person that we know as Mary Beth, there was more than the usual portion of spirit. And we are unbelievably blessed to have experienced life with her. And at some point, and now is as good a time as any, we turn to God. God who is there in her mourning cries. God who is there in our mourning cries. God who is there in every moment of our living. And God who is there as this life gives way to eternal life. However angry you may be, however mad or confused you might happen to be, however much you want to ask questions about why, my suggestion is that you can pound on God's chest. You can bend to God's ear. You can blame God because God is large enough and gracious enough to accept all that you have. For whether our children and friends live for a moment or for 100 years, God is with us. In looking for something to close with, I found these words and I plagiarized them and give credit to their author. But what I didn't know is that these words in this song were written after a second son was born, stillborn. Still one of my favorite authors in the whole world. Robert Munch said this: "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." My prayer is that too. Mary Beth's parents and family, these words ring with some truth and with life. And I'd like to push that in a little bit different direction. My faith directs me to believe that death is the doorway to another life, to eternal life, a life that we cannot begin to comprehend here. We're told all kinds of things in our Sunday schools and catechisms and used to be in our schools about what heaven might be like, and maybe you have some good ideas. But my faith tells me that life after death is still life with God. And so echoing from that place called heaven, from that place where God resides,